everywhere. I don't care about your religion.
So I can yell.
If I'm a person talking to you and I turn and walk away, I disengage.
Then that's your choice.
Then don't yell at me.
I'm not yelling.
You're raising your voice.
Y'all were yelling at the lady who was walking away. Were you not?
We can talk loudly. You are very mistaken.
Just don't yell at the lady.
You're very mistaken.
I'm asking you nicely to please don't yell at the people as they walk away.
If they're confrontational to us, we are going to be
any confrontation.
Well, you didn't. You walked out at the last minute. You didn't hear what was going on.
Listen to you. She disengaged and walked away.
No, she didn't.
You don't need to continue.
She told us that there's, she wanted to learn how to do circumcisions correctly.
Officer, can we clarify one thing? You're not talking about anyone breaking the law at this point.
No.
You're just asking for courtesy.
Let's be nice and courteous to the people.
But you're not talking about anyone breaking a law.
No, I'm not. I'm just simply saying if they disengage from you and walk away, please don't yell at them. Everybody's here for a general conference that they want to be a part of. Just like you want to protest. I got no problem. Exactly.
There's no law.
But I'm not yelling at you. They're not yelling back at you. They disengage. Stop yelling.
But once they come out of their mouth with erroneous information, we are correcting them.
By talking. If they disengage and walk away, they don't want to know anymore, then that's their ignorance.
But there's still no law. There's still no law.
Our voices have to be amplified.
Officer, I think that's the only point he's making is that while what you're saying might be a social nicety, that it's not an issue of breaking the law.
Right, and I'm not saying you're breaking the law. I'm not trying to enforce the law out here. I'm asking you to be courteous. Don't yell at people.
We're courteous,
let's not have a bad day.
Until idiots open up their mouth and spew out erroneous. Because they're not educated.
Nobody called you a name.
I didn't call them an idiot. I'm just saying when somebody.
We're not calling anybody names.
Celeste, you want to tell us what happened, Celeste? Because I was over there talking to someone else.
These three ladies walked by right here, and one of them said she agreed with us, and then the other one.
You're preaching to the choir.
Right, and then the other one said that she. Then we explained that there was a genital mutilation class happening here today, and another girl said that she would rather learn how to do them correctly. And then we amplified our voices to let them know that there's no correct way.
Well, they were walking away.
Right.
It's people that make their comments over their shoulder and get out of there.
So I amplified my voice to let her know there's no correct way to slice up a child's genitals.
And then what happened?
Nothing.
Well, the policeman.
Well, then the policeman came out here and told us not to yell at people.
And
he yelled at us.
But in my opinion,
people.
the implication of that was though that you might be breaking a law.
But I'm not.
No, I understand that. But having a policeman correct your behavior indicates that you might be breaking the law.
Right. He's not in any right to be telling us.
And he acknowledged that.
Right. By amplifying his own voice.
But he acknowledged it when I asked him. You're talking about. You're asking him to observe a social nicety, not a law. And
right.
He confirmed that.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that some of these people tell us you're preaching to the choir. They don't realize that a lot of their colleagues think circumcision's okay. They think genital mutilation's okay.
Yeah.
They think all their other colleagues, all the other midwives agree with them. But so that's part of our message. Is not all your colleagues are on board here. So you need to help. They need to help us educate.
She saw that.
She saw that. I hope she makes a connection.
Oh, I think she will.
But we want
the
not
lady
only
said she wanted to learn how to do them correctly.
Yeah.
So
not only do we want to convince the ones that think it's okay that that it's wrong. We want to tell the ones that don't realize their colleagues or agree with it that they need to help us educate their colleagues and teach them that the ethics of teach the ones that are confused about the ethics of circumcision.
And any convention that's hosting a genital mutilation class should be protested.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what you can see here is, if you look behind me, you can see that the police officer who actually told Celeste to lower her voice is now engaged in a conversation with David Wilson, and I hear David Wilson giving him the speech about Kellogg and lubrication, and so you can see we're turning everything to our advantage, ladies and gentlemen, because we are American citizens. We have a right to protest here. When you, as Celeste called it, amplify your voice so that someone walking away hears a counter argument to what they thought would be the last word, and Celeste does not have a powerful booming voice, but she did amplify her voice to be heard, and I did not take it as screaming. She merely wanted to be heard. We're down by the waterfront. There's the sound of fairies in the background, and the policeman acknowledged, you can see, the policeman acknowledged that he was not asking her to correct her behavior because she was breaking a law. So, you know, this is the absurdity of a circumcision protest, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brother K from the front lines at the American Nurse-Midwives Circumcision Crisis Protest in Savannah, Georgia.
Well, that's the problem with being out in public, you know?